for the moon and the stars. Praise Him all day for what is and what was. Take hold of your iman, don't give in to shaitan. Oh, you who believe, please give thanks to Allah. Allahu Ghafoor, Allahu Rahim, Allahu Yuhib.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, Most Merciful, my dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is the greetings of Muslims wherever they might be. And I greet you with the peace and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to open our eyes to see the truth, open our hearts to learn the truth, open our minds to understand our duties in this life, in this world. The duties of Muslims in Ramadan and outside Ramadan is to worship Allah, to please Allah, to help Muslims all over the world, to extend a helping hand, to be good to his family members. And that's what we benefit from the great month of Ramadan. During the month of Ramadan, there are so many things that we should do. I'm going to list few of them as benefits and fruits of the month of Ramadan. We ought to visit and be good to our kin and kith, our relatives. They deserve to be visited and be kind to. We should maintain a high level of remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are certain remembrance, words of remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We utter them when we get up until we go to sleep. From the time we get up until the time we go to sleep. When we listen to the call for the prayer, when we open our eyes in the morning and feel that we are still alive and our hearts are still beating, when we use our legs and feet in the first step in the morning, when we answer the call of nature, when we enter the bathroom, when we come out of the bathroom, when we eat, when we drink, when we sleep, when we have intercourse with our wife, when we are playing, when we are praying, every minute of the day. That what I mentioned to you before, that the word worship in Arabic is a very comprehensive word, and in Ramadan we try to understand this and we try to live up to it. We should donate some of our income, some of our possession, some of our owning to the needy, the discomforted person, the person who is less fortunate than us, even with very little that we can give. Donate to enable a person who is fasting to offer food for breaking the fast for a fasting person. If you can pay more, it is good to pay more. Help a needy person by word, by £1, £1, $1, €1, whatever you can afford. Whatever you can afford. And don't belittle anything good, anything that you donate. Donate it and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept it, because the good donations that comes from a good heart, Allah would receive with His right hand, and both His hands are right, and He will increase it and bring it up, increase it and bring it up, like you and I. If we have a little mare, we raise it in a good fashion. maintain to offer 2 rak'ahs before noon. This is what we call duha prayer. Maintain the forenoon prayer. That means F-O-R-E, noon prayer. The time before prayer, because it is very long time between dawn and noon. Therefore, take advantage and communicate with your Lord Allah the Almighty. Offer 2 rak'ahs after each time you perform ablution, wudu. Offer 2 rak'ahs like what Bilal, the Abbasidians, may Allah be pleased with him, had done, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may Allah's peace and blessing be upon him, given him the glad tidings for hearing his footsteps before him in Jannah, paradise. Of course, how could it be that he is before him? But that was the glad tidings about the Prophet, to encourage such an activity. And he asked him, what is the most deed that you really hope that Allah will reward you for? He said, oh Allah, I don't have anything to do, I'm a poor man. He was sold and purchased, sold and purchased, and sold and purchased so many times, and he was tortured so many times in Mecca. Then he says, the only thing I do is, whenever I break my wudu at night or during the day, I perform another wudu and I offer 2 rak'ahs or whatever I can during that time. Attend the scholastic, the lessons, the meetings of scholars, because when you sit with a wise person, his wisdom rubs onto you. Learn a new thing every day if you can. Try to learn even very light, very little thing every day. Try to mend the relations between people. If you know that there are 2 people who are fighting with each other, a husband and wife that hating each other and fighting with each other on a daily basis, try to intervene and interfere and advise them. Concentrate on your dua, supplication, especially during the time of breaking the fast. Invite others to Islam. Enjoin what is good, stop what is evil. As I said, seek the blessing of the night of power, and be in the masjid, be in seclusion situation, and try to perform 1 umrah during the month of Ramadan if you are capable and you have enough funds, and you can maintain and make it a point to pray the Eid prayer with the Muslims, to show the unity of the Muslims. And don't forget to observe 6 days fasting after the month of Ramadan, in the month of Shawwal, which is the 10th month of the lunar calendar, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you at least 10 times equal rewards for the good deed that you do. If you add 30 plus 6, 36. If you multiply it by 10, you will have 360 days of fasting. That means as if you are fasting the whole year. My dear viewers, I'm terribly sorry I talk so much, and I really hope and pray that you have enjoyed the show talking about the fruits and benefits of the month of Ramadan. And I hope I'll meet you again one of those days, either in person or on the air. Until I meet you again, I bid you farewell. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thanks to Allah for the moon and the stars. Praise Him all day for what is and what was. Take hold of your iman, don't give in to shaitan. Oh, you who believe, please give thanks to Allah. Allahu Ghafoor, Allahu Rahim.